Have you ever stopped to think about why a cup of coffee at your local cafe costs $5, while a coffee at a fast food chain might cost just $2? Or why streaming services often offer different plans like basic, standard, and premium? These aren't random decisions. They are part of a well thought out pricing strategy. Pricing a product isn't as simple as picking a number. It's a critical part of product management that helps businesses attract the right customers, stay competitive, and make a profit. A smart pricing strategy can make a product stand out in a crowded market, while the wrong one can leave it struggling to succeed. Hello, all, and welcome to another exciting video from Simplilearn, where today we will break down everything you need to know about pricing strategy. First, we will cover the basics, what it means and why it's so important. Then, we will explore different types of pricing strategies that companies use, like offering free trials or pricing products based on their value to customers. We'll also talk about the key factors to think about before choosing a strategy, like understanding your audience, your competition, and your business goals. And finally, we will share the best practices to help you create a pricing strategy that works for your product. But before we get started, I have a quick info for you guys. If you're interested in becoming a certified product manager from SP Jain School of Global Management, gain expertise in AI-powered product management courses, top product tools with 100% interactive live sessions led by industry experts and SP Jain's top faculty. This course prepares you to become a product manager via an exhaustive curriculum covering all aspects of product management. This program focuses on the latest industry trends, advancements, and related industry applications taught by top faculty experts via live sessions. So don't forget to check out the course in the description box and pin comments. So let's get started. So what is pricing? Pricing is all about deciding how much money people should pay for your product or service. So it is the value you assign to what you're offering based on how much your customers think it's worth. But pricing isn't just about a number. It's a message to the market that shows how valuable you think your product is. And the price you choose has a big impact on your success. So, for example, if the price is too high, customers might walk away. And if it's too low, you might not make enough money, or people might think your product isn't good enough. And if you don't use the right strategy, even a great product can fail to attract buyers. So that's why pricing is so important. It's about finding the perfect balance to make your customers happy and your business successful. So now let's see what are pricing strategies. So pricing strategies are different ways businesses decide how much to charge for their products or services. So it's not just about picking a random number. It's about finding a price that works for both the customer and the business. A good pricing strategy can attract customers, make a product stand out, and ensure that the business makes enough money to grow. So now let's go over some of the most important and common pricing strategies in simple terms with easy to relate examples. But before that, I have a quiz for you guys. So you can head over to the description and try answering it. So the first one is cost-based pricing. So cost-based pricing is all about starting with how much it costs to make or deliver the product. Then the business adds an extra amount called a markup to ensure they make a profit. So this strategy focuses on covering the cost of things like materials, labor, and packaging. So for example, let's say a boutique creates a handmade t-shirt. So it costs $10 to make. But the shop adds a 50% markup. So they sell the t-shirt for $15. So this way they make sure to cover their costs and earn a profit. Now next is value-based pricing. So value-based pricing focuses on how much customers think the product is worth. So businesses look at the value their product brings to the customer and set a price based on that, rather than just on how much it costs to make. So for example, a spa offers a massage for $100. So even though the massage costs the spa only $30 to provide, customers feel it's worth $100 because of the relaxing experience, skilled therapists, and premium environment. Next is penetration pricing. So now penetration pricing is when a business starts with a low price to attract lots of customers quickly. So the goal is to get people to try the product and create a loyal customer base. And later, they might raise the price once the product is established in the market. So for example, a new delivery app offers free delivery and low fees to get people to sign up and try their service. And once they have a lot of regular users, they slowly increase the fees to make more money. Now, fourth one is skimming pricing. Now, skimming pricing is when a company launches a product at a high price to target customers who are willing to pay extra for something new or exclusive. So over time, they lower the price to attract more people. So this works well for products with unique features or new technology. So for example, a company releases a smartphone for say $1,000. So knowing tech enthusiasts will pay the high price to have the latest gadget. And after a few months, the same company reduces the price to $700 to attract more budget conscious buyers. Then we have the freemium model. So the freemium model offers a basic version of a product or service for free. So the idea is to let people try it out and then encourage them to pay for extra features or a better experience. So let's say a fitness app offers free workouts with ads. And if users want to access to personalized plans or an ad-free experience, they can pay for a premium subscription. So the free version draws people in and the premium version earns the company money. Now number 6 is dynamic pricing. So now dynamic pricing means changing the price based on demand, competition or other factors. So it's flexible and allows businesses to make more money when demand is high or to attract customers during slower times. So for example, a cinema charges more for weekend evening shows when more people are likely to watch movies. And on weekday mornings, when fewer people go to the cinema, ticket prices are cheaper. And finally, there is geographic pricing. So geographic pricing is when businesses set different prices depending on where the customer is. So this can be based on differences in living costs, competition, or how much people in a certain area are willing to pay. So for example, a coffee chain sells a latte for $5 in a big city, but only $3 in a small town. So this is because costs like rent and wages are higher in the city and people there are used to paying more. So now that you know what a pricing is, what a pricing strategy is, and some of the common pricing strategies that are used, now let's move on to considerations before picking a pricing strategy. But before that, I have one more quiz challenge for you guys, so please take time to answer it and come back once you are done. So choosing the right pricing strategy is like solving a puzzle. It requires careful thought and consideration of multiple factors to make sure the price is fair to customers, competitive in the market, and profitable for the business. So let's dive deeper into the key things to keep in mind before finalizing a pricing strategy. So number one is evaluate pricing potential. So the first step is to figure out the potential price range for your product. And this involves a detailed analysis of three critical factors, which are number one is understand your costs. So start by calculating all the costs involved in creating and delivering your product. So this includes material costs, labor, packaging, marketing, and shipping. So if you don't know your expenses, you risk setting a price too low to cover them or too high to attract customers. Now next is check market demand. So how much do people want your product? So if there's strong demand, customers might be willing to pay more. But if demand is low, a higher price may discourage buyers. So you'll need to adjust accordingly. And the third one is perceived value. So think about how your product stands out and what makes it special. So if customers view your product as unique or high quality, they are likely to pay more for it. So perceived value is about how customers see your product's worth, not just its production cost. So for example, imagine a company that makes premium organic skincare products. So the production costs are high, but customers value the natural ingredients and ethical practices, so they're willing to pay a premium price. Now, second is to know your target market. So understanding your customers is key to setting a price they find acceptable. So pricing isn't just about what a product costs or what the market looks like. It's also about who you are selling to. So first is study your customers. Research your audience to learn about their shopping habits, preferences, and pain points. Like who are they? Are they budget conscious or do they prefer premium products? Next is understand their needs. So ask yourself, what do my customers value the most? For instance, is it affordability? Is it convenience? Or is it exclusivity? So the answer can help you guide your pricing decisions. And then find their price range. So knowing how much your customers are willing to spend helps you avoid overpricing or underpricing. So for example, suppose you're launching a stylish yet affordable backpack for students. So since students often have limited budgets, you'd price your backpack in such a way that it is low enough to fit their needs, but also high enough to reflect its quality. Now, the third step is to analyze past data. So your pricing decisions should also be informed by what's worked and what hasn't in the past. So data from previous products or pricing strategies can offer valuable insights. So the first thing you have to do is review your sales history. So look at the past products or similar offerings and identify what price points worked well. For example, did sales increase at a particular price or not? And then learn from mistakes. So pricing missteps can be just as informative. So if a product didn't sell because it was too expensive or too cheap, Use that as a lesson to fine-tune your current pricing strategy. And then track customer responses. Pay attention to how customers reacted to past pricing changes or promotions. Like, did a small discount boost sales significantly, or did a price increase reduce demand, and such things. So for example, let's say a subscription box service might notice that customers reacted positively to an introductory discount, but didn't stick around when the price jumped significantly. So this data, for example, can help the business adjust their pricing to encourage long-term subscriptions. And the last one is to look at the competition. So your competitors' pricing is a crucial benchmark for understanding how to position your product in the market. So first one is compare prices. Research what competitors are charging for similar products. This will give you a clear idea of the market range and where your product could fit in. Next is identify your advantage. So if your product has something better to offer, like higher quality, better features, or superior service, you can justify charging a higher price. And next is spot opportunities. So if competitors are charging more for a product that's similar to yours without offering extra value, you might attract customers by pricing slightly lower. So imagine you're introducing a new brand of wireless earbuds. So if your competitors sell their earbuds for $100, but yours has a longer battery life and better sound quality, so now you could confidently price yours as $120 to highlight its superior value. So these were some of the considerations to be taken into account before picking a pricing strategy. So now let's wrap things up with some simple and effective tips to get your pricing strategy right. Number one is stay informed. So markets and customer needs change all the time. Keep up with industry trends, new technologies, and competitor moves. Regularly review your pricing to ensure it stays relevant and competitive. Next is experiment and improve. So don't be afraid to try new pricing models. Test different strategies, see what works, and learn from the results. Each experiment can help you get closer to the perfect pricing approach. Focus on the customer. So your pricing should reflect the value your product offers to your customers. Understand their needs and expectations, and set a price that feels fair and aligns with what they are willing to pay. And finally, adapt to feedback. So listen to what your customers and team are saying about your prices. Use their feedback to adjust and improve your strategy. Flexibility is key to staying competitive. So now before we wind up, I have a final set of quiz for you guys. Head over to the description box and answer them. So as you saw, pricing isn't just about numbers. It's about value, trust, and meeting customer expectations. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more such content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.